There's a mansion in Nashville where every wall echoes with melody, and every sunset feels like the final note of a perfect country duet. It's not just a home, it's the heartbeat of Clint Black and Lisa Hartman's love story. What secrets does this $4.9 million haven hold behind its gates of Southern charm and timeless design? Today, we step inside, into their music, their memories, and their enduring way of life. Before the spotlight, before the gold records, and long before the $4.9 million Nashville mansion became their forever home, there was a barbecue. A small backyard in Katy, Texas. A grill sizzling, a few folding chairs, a crowd of neighbors swaying under the soft Texas sky, and four brothers, the Black Boys, strumming guitars and trading verses like old souls in young bodies. Clint Black was the youngest of them all. Born in Long Branch, New Jersey, he moved to Texas as an infant, a twist of fate that would plant his roots deep in the soil of country music. It wasn't talent scouts or record executives who first heard his voice. It was his parents, Ann and Gwyn, who caught a glimpse of something extraordinary during one of those backyard sing-alongs. By 13, Clint had taught himself harmonica. By 14, he was writing songs. By 15, he had picked up the guitar. But school, with its textbooks and bell schedules, couldn't hold him. Music was calling, louder than any teacher's voice. So he left high school behind and followed the rhythm in his chest. He didn't just want to sing, he wanted to say something. Years of small gigs followed, tiny stages, long drives, tips in a jar. But in 1988, everything changed. RCA Records saw what Texas had always known. And when Clint Black released his debut album Killin' Time in 1989, the country world didn't just listen, it stood still. 5 singles, 5 number, 1 hit. A Better Man, Nobody's Home, Walking Away. Songs that felt both old and new, nostalgic and revolutionary. This wasn't country music with pop gloss. It was twang, storytelling, and steel guitar, done right. Critics called him a revivalist. Fans called him the future. And Clint? He called it a dream come true. But dreams don't coast. They climb. His next albums, Put Yourself in My Shoes, The Hard Way, No Time to Kill, each one carved deeper into the country music canon. The hits kept coming. So did the awards, platinum plaques, CMA and ACM honors. But behind every chart-topping track was a man obsessed with craft. He didn't just perform, he produced, he wrote, he built. In 1996, he took the biggest leap yet, founding his own label, Equity Music Group. While other artists gave up control, Clint doubled down. He wasn't chasing fame, he was preserving integrity. And somewhere along that climb, in the soft glow of a backstage hallway, he met her. Lisa Hartman, an actress, a singer, a Texas girl, just like him. She had her own rhythm, her own spotlight. From Knots Landing to solo albums that flirted with pop and rock, Lisa was no stranger to reinvention. She had been CG, she had been Kathy. But when she met Clint, she became part of something far more lasting than a role or a record. Their connection was instant, but they kept it hidden, like a secret melody only they could hear. Not until their engagement did the world catch its first glimpse of them together. A photo, a headline, a question. Who knew? In October 1991, they married in Katy, Texas. Not for show, not for spectacle, but for soul. While Clint's music reached new heights, Lisa's voice found harmony alongside his. In 1999, they released When I Said I Do, a duet that didn't just hit number one, but hit hearts. A love song sung by two people who meant every word. They followed it with Easy for Me to Say, another ballad dipped in truth and time. And when their daughter Lily Pearl was born in 2001, the house filled with a new kind of music, lullabies, laughter, and the footsteps of a growing family. Together, Clint and Lisa didn't just build careers. They built a life of melody and meaning, of red carpets and rocking chairs, of Grammy nominations and grilled cheese sandwiches, of Nashville stages and quiet Texas mornings. A life that would eventually lead them to the estate we're about to enter. But before we walk through its elegant hallways, before we open the doors to their private sanctuary, let's take one more look back at the house that started it all. The place where love found its roots and never let go. Mansion in Nashville. Tucked into the lush, rolling hills of Nashville lies a home that doesn't shout its presence. It whispers. A $4.9 million estate that feels less like a monument to wealth and more like a love letter written in stone, wood, and sunlight. This is where Clint Black and Lisa Hartman chose to root their most sacred chapters. Not on tour buses, not in studio lights, but in the quiet rhythm of Tennessee mornings. So what makes this home more than just beautiful? Let's walk through the gates and step into something deeper. The approach itself is cinematic, winding up a tree-lined drive, each turn revealing just a hint of the grandeur to come. Then, like the crescendo in one of Clint's ballads, the house reveals itself. A timeless design with a gentle nod to Southern tradition. Elegant, understated, perfectly composed. Brick, stone, and glass, blending with the land instead of standing apart from it. You reach the front entrance through a stately portico, where manicured hedges greet you like old friends. It's the kind of arrival that quiets you, not out of intimidation, but reverence. Step through the front door, and the air changes. Light floods the main floor from floor-to-ceiling windows, casting golden shadows across oak floors. The foyer opens into an expansive living area, not showy, not loud, just open, warm, and bathed in natural light. To your left, a sunroom. Pale linen curtains drift with the breeze. A guitar rests on a nearby stand. You wonder, how many melodies were born here? The kitchen is a masterpiece in itself, outfitted with Wolf and Sub-Zero appliances, custom cabinetry crafted with Southern charm, and a marble island big enough for Sunday breakfasts, lyric scribbles, and spilled secrets. You can almost hear the laughter of family gatherings, the clink of glasses, and the scratch of a pen on a napkin, perhaps a lyric in progress. Adjoining the kitchen is a dining room, intimate yet refined. There's no formality here, only warmth. The walls lined with family photos, awards, and subtle reminders of the life built together. Then comes the private cinema, plush seating, velvet drapes, and the scent of popcorn still lingering in the air. It's a space for laughter, movie nights, and reliving old performances. Not for ego, but for nostalgia. The heart of the home, though, is the primary suite. Located on the main floor, it's not just a bedroom, it's a sanctuary. A place where mornings are slow and evenings stretch long. French doors open to a terrace bathed in golden light. A fireplace anchors the space, while the adjoining study, all rich wood paneling and soft leather chairs, speaks to Clint's contemplative nature. A place where verses are polished, melodies rehearsed, and life slows down. A small elevator, yes, an elevator, connects all levels, blending practicality with subtle luxury. Venture upstairs, and you'll find 3 guest suites, each with its own ensuite bathroom and personality. One is modern and airy, another classic and comforting. There's even a bunk-style room with a kitchenette, designed with flexibility in mind. Family visits, close friends, or maybe someday, grandchildren? Now, step outside. Here, the landscape becomes music. The pool, resort style, shimmering under the Tennessee sun, anchors the backyard like a chorus in a song. Beside it, a hot tub bubbles quietly. There's a pool house that serves as a gym, a cabana, or a guest retreat. The possibilities, endless. Two distinct outdoor grilling areas are tucked beneath vine-covered pergolas, where Clint and Lisa have likely shared slow Sunday afternoons, southern barbecue, and toasts to the life they never imagined but always hoped for. Every stone, every chair, every flickering lantern, it all feels chosen. The grounds are perfectly landscaped but not overly manicured. There's life here, movement, seasons shifting, flowers blooming where lyrics were once whispered, the wind rustling leaves like applause. This isn't just a house. It's a song in architectural form. And perhaps its greatest lyric is silence. The kind that only comes when you've found peace, when fame no longer defines you, when the roar of the crowd gives way to bird song and soft footsteps on hardwood floors. Here, in this Nashville home, Clint and Lisa found what so many spend lifetimes chasing: balance, beauty, and a rhythm all their own. But long before this mansion became their retreat, there was another home, more modest, more hidden, but just as meaningful. So let's travel back to Katy, Texas, to the house where the harmony first began. Mansion in Katy, Texas. If the Nashville mansion is the crescendo of Clint Black and Lisa Hartman's life together, a sweeping, harmonious high note, then their Katy, Texas home is the gentle prelude. It's where quiet mornings brewed with coffee and promise, where two artists, newly married, carved out a rhythm far from the headlines, and where love, real love, made itself at home. Nestled just outside of Houston, in the town where Clint spent much of his youth, this 2,703-square-foot house may not carry a headline-worthy price tag. It's not drenched in marble or dripping with chandeliers. But its walls hold something far more precious: the beginnings of forever. Built in 1994, just 3 years after their wedding, the house sits on a peaceful 9,600-square-foot lot near a lush golf course. The setting is idyllic, calm, green, and touched by that particular kind of Texas light that turns everything gold just before sunset. From the curb, the home exudes warmth: classic red brick, arched windows framed by mature trees, a stone path leading to an arched front doorway flanked by elegant landscaping. It doesn't scream luxury, it hums comfort. Step inside, and you're greeted by soaring ceilings and an open-concept layout that was ahead of its time. Clean, neutral tones stretch across wide hallways, while natural light pours in through tall windows. It's easy to imagine Lisa curled up in one of the cozy nooks, book in hand, sunlight warming the pages. The kitchen, modest yet thoughtfully designed, is equipped with modern appliances and framed by cabinetry that blends tradition with taste. An adjoining dining area overlooks the garden, a space that likely hosted home-cooked meals, quiet conversations, and the occasional impromptu song. In the living room, a classic fireplace anchors the space. Above it, perhaps a family portrait, the kind that's framed not just in wood, but in memory. Every detail in this house speaks of duality, of grounded elegance. It was never meant to impress strangers. It was built to hold them. The master suite offers a spacious retreat. Ceiling fan, double doors, and a calm, airy palette set the stage for rest. But it's the sitting area near the window, with views of the landscaped yard, that draws the eye. One can almost hear the laughter echoing through those walls, the footsteps of a little girl who would later share the stage with her parents. The ensuite bathroom features a corner jacuzzi tub surrounded by large windows, perfect for soaking in more than just water. But peace. And then, the backyard. A private patio hugged by the home's warm brick walls, offering both shade and seclusion. A small seating area beside a brick fireplace suggests countless late-night talks, quiet reflections, and maybe even the first whispers of future duets. The nearby golf course adds an extra layer of serenity, lush green views, and the calming quiet that only open spaces provide. But perhaps the most compelling part of this home isn't what you can see, it's what you feel. This was the in-between, the bridge between fame and family, between early stardom and lasting legacy. Here, Clint and Lisa weren't just singer and actress, they were husband and wife. They were a team. And while the exact market value of this Katy home is not publicly listed, its emotional worth is beyond measure. Some speculate it could be valued at around $5 million, given its prime location and timeless charm. But to the couple who built their life inside it, the number likely means little, because this wasn't just a house, it was a witness to promises whispered in candlelight, to lullabies sung in the still of night, to a life slowly built, one tender note at a time. And though their journey would eventually lead them to the grand estate in Nashville, it's in Katy that their harmony first found a home. But how does a love so lasting translate into fortune? In the next chapter, we explore the quiet wealth behind the music and the choices that made their legacy not just rich in love, but in life. In a world where celebrity wealth is often measured by the number of cars in the garage or commas in a paycheck, Clint Black and Lisa Hartman chose a different rhythm, one that plays softer, deeper, and more enduring. Their net worth? A quiet, yet powerful $25 million. Not flashy, not headline-chasing, but built, brick by brick, note by note, over decades of work, love, and integrity. Their wealth isn't loud, it's lived. And perhaps that's the most country thing of all, to build something solid, song by song, moment by moment, without ever needing to shout about it. But beyond the numbers and the homes, what truly defines their legacy is what they've given away. Let's step into the part of their story few people talk about, but everyone should remember: the kindness behind the curtain. Philanthropy. In every great country song, there's a story behind the melody, one that reveals the soul of the artist. And for Clint Black and Lisa Hartman, that story often begins where the stage ends, in the quiet acts of giving, far from the spotlight. But what moves a man who's sold millions of albums to give his time to strangers? What drives a woman who's graced both TV screens and concert halls to show up not for applause, but for impact? The answer lies in something deeper than fame, in a life philosophy rooted in empathy, community, and purpose. Clint Black's philanthropic footprint runs wide, but it's never been about headlines. It's been about heart. Over the years, Clint has quietly aligned himself with causes that reflect his deepest values, starting with Boys and Girls Clubs of America, where he's helped create opportunities for kids growing up without advantages. For Clint, whose own musical journey began in a modest Texas home, lifting up the next generation has never felt like charity. It's felt like a calling. He's also stood behind St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, the Salvation Army, and the Red Cross, institutions that meet people at their lowest and help raise them again. But one cause hits closer than all the rest. It's called Rett syndrome, a rare and devastating neurological disorder that affects young children, primarily girls. For most people, it's a distant medical term. For Clint Black, it's personal. Someone close to him was touched by the syndrome, and he never forgot it. So when he was asked to serve as honorary chairman of a fundraising gala for the International Rett Syndrome Foundation, he didn't just lend his name. He lent his soul. He performed. He spoke. He opened a part of himself that rarely sees the stage, the part not bound by chords or choruses, but by compassion. Lisa was right beside him. Though quieter in public, her presence in these moments is anything but passive. She joins him in every note, every cause, every step of giving. She's the echo to his voice, the harmony to his lead. In 2022, the couple took the stage at a charity gala for Vogel Alcove, a Dallas-based organization providing support for homeless children and families. That night, they didn't just sing. They raised $1.5 million in one evening to help bring safety, education, and hope to kids who needed it most. It was one of those rare moments where music wasn't just entertainment. It was medicine. They've also partnered with Vet Tix, donating concert tickets to U.S. veterans. It may seem like a small gesture, a seat at a show. But for many service members, it's more than that. It's a chance to feel seen, to be thanked, to be healed through harmony. Lisa and Clint have made generosity a duet, a shared rhythm that never fades. There are no award shows for this, no platinum plaques for kindness, and they wouldn't want one anyway. Because the stage they stand on when they give? It's the one that matters most. A stage where applause isn't measured in claps, but in lives touched. A stage where the lyrics are written not with ink, but with action. And as the lights dim on that chapter of their story, another one begins. Softer, more intimate. The chapter where the fame quiets, and only family, stillness, and the soft notes of everyday life remain. Personal life. Fame fades, spotlights dim, but love, real, unshakable love, finds its rhythm in the quiet. For Clint Black and Lisa Hartman, that rhythm has never been louder than in the stillness of home. Their story began not with a tabloid splash, but with a whisper. In 1990, they met. Two Texans, two artists, two souls tuned in perfect harmony. While the world chased headlines, they chased each other's hearts. And they did it quietly. No flashing engagements, no paparazzi-fueled dramas. In fact, the first public photo of them together didn't appear until the very week they announced their engagement. Then, in October 1991, they married in Katy, Texas. Far from Hollywood, far from Nashville, far from noise. Just the two of them, promising to hold on to the music they had found in one another. And for more than 3 decades, they've kept that promise. Today, their life is a symphony of simplicity. They live between their two homes, the sprawling, serene estate in Nashville and the cozy, memory-rich haven in Katy. Both spaces reflect who they are, grounded, grateful, and forever in tune. But the most cherished addition to their duet? Their daughter, Lily Pearl Black. Born in 2001, Lily didn't just inherit her parents' talents. She inherited their soul. She sings, she writes, and more than once, she's taken the stage beside Clint and Lisa, her voice adding a new harmony to their legacy. You might think growing up the child of celebrities means red carpets and flashing cameras, but for Lily, it meant Sunday breakfasts, guitar chords floating down the hallway, and two parents who put love before limelight. And in 2020, the world got a glimpse of that bond, wrapped not in rhinestones but in feathers. Clint and Lisa appeared as the Snow Owls on The Masked Singer, the first ever duo contestants in the show's history. Cloaked in a giant egg-shaped float, they performed as one, reminding millions that the greatest performances don't always happen in arenas. Sometimes they happen in silence, in trust, in unity. At home, their days unfold like a gentle ballad. Lisa tends to the details: garden paths, soft lighting, warm dinners. Clint writes, records, occasionally retreats to his wood-paneled study with a guitar and an unfinished lyric. There are long walks, late-night movies, family dinners by the pool. They travel, but not often, and not to be seen. Their joy is found in the rhythm of routine, the kind that so many long for, but so few preserve. And perhaps that's what makes their love story so rare. In an industry that thrives on change, scandal, and reinvention, they've chosen constancy. They've chosen each other. Through career highs, quiet seasons, changing trends, and shifting spotlights, they've held hands and kept walking. Not just as performers, but as parents, as partners, as best friends, And as the sun sets on their Nashville estate, golden light pouring over the porch, a melody rising from a nearby room, it becomes clear. This isn't the end of a story. It's the continuation of one. A love that lasts, a lifestyle built on harmony, and a home where music will never stop playing. If this timeless love story touched your heart, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more journeys into the homes and hearts of legends. Which part of Clint and Lisa's life moved you most? Tell us in the comments and join us next time as we unlock another door into the world where music, memory, and lifestyle come together in perfect harmony.